Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Cosmic, and in this video we actually got our updates notice for the patch notes, and it's looking pretty exciting. I won't lie, it's actually really exciting. There's a new hero who's been added to the game. Well, not a new hero, it's a new supervillain that has been added to the game, but wasn't really teased in the sneak peeks at all. So let's get into the messages from CM Fragments for this patch note. So, we got two new heroes, Toxin and native tier 3 Gore. Okay, that's the character that's never been teased in any of the sneak peeks. We got a transcendent potential for Toxin, Agent Venom, and Scream, and a tier 4 for Venom. So, let's get into the uniforms real quick. Two new heroes, Gore the God Butcher and Toxin. So Gore is basically a universal supervillain. The only way to acquire him is from World Boss Legend. Keep in mind, do not play World Boss Legend today. Alright, do not play it after the reset of today. Just wait until the patch notes, until the update lands, and then play the World Boss Legend Gore 5 times so you can unlock him. Alright? So, we have Gore, a universal supervillain. So let's get into Gore's kit. His leadership applies to villain allies, 35% HP increase, and a 12-second debuff removal to villain allies. Both of these apply to villain allies. Next, we got his 4-star passive, Super Armor. All basic defenses increased by 50%, skill damage and bonus damage 40% respectively. And he has an auto heal, a 5% recovery max HP when HP is below 99%. His tier 2 passive, he gives himself an additional 5% pierce with 40% damage reduction, and when he's dead he revives with 80% of max HP. Looking insane for PvP right now. The first skill, bleed, stun, paralysis, and 80% chance to penetrate everything. Second skill, just incapacitation. Third skill, he has stun and silence, and all defense down that sucks out to minus 40%. Fourth skill, he has burn and paralysis, and all defense down the stacks up to minus 40%, that ignores immunity, and accumulation of damage increase by 1.2%. Okay. Fifth skill, he has invincibility for 5 seconds, and he has a 40% all attack, all defense frenzy buff. Let's get into Toxin. Toxin is a biosub character. You can only acquire him in 2 ways. Well, 3 ways. There's the premium hero chest, which I do not recommend at all because it's a waste of crystals and you will never be able to get him at a good rate at all. The second one is a biosub, and the third one is from the future pass, normal pass reward. The future pass will give us a 10 free bios of Toxin, by the way. Okay, 10. So if you have a mega rank up ticket and you have a tier 2 mega rank up ticket, that's even better. Okay, you have him secured at that point. So he's a combat superhero, and let's get into his kit. His leadership, 30% increase in physical attack that applies to all allies, and he has a 20% on his 4-star passive right now. He has a 20% attack increase that stacks out to 60%. It activates when attacking. Alright, and his tier 2 passive gives him skill damage and bonus damage 45% and 40% respectively, and a 40% damage reduction with a 5% recovery of max HP when HP is below 99%. So he has the Wolverine heal as well. The first skill, just stun. Second skill, he has a bleed and silence. Third skill, he has recovery of max HP, 30% recovery of max HP, so he has 2 heals right now. He has immunity to all damage for 3 seconds, and he has accumulation based on damage dealt, a 1% accumulation based on damage dealt. Okay, fourth skill, he has iframe ignore, incapacitation, paralysis, and he has all defense down that stacks up minus 30%. With 60% chance to penetrate everything, the shield, all damage, immune, invincibility, super armor, barrier, and he has all basic attack and defenses, frenzy buff increase 40% and a 40% crit rate. And the fifth skill, just paralysis and invincibility for 4 seconds. That's it. Now let's get into the 3 new uniforms for Venom, Agent Venom, and Scream. Let's get into the Venom. His uniform effect, he gets a critical damage increase by 30% that applies to all allies, and he gets a 30 his uniform effect, he gets a 30% recovery of max HP that applies to all allies for 1 second on a 20-second cooldown. So they kept the heal, that damn heal for all allies, the 30% recovery of max HP for all allies for 1 second on a 20-second cooldown. And the uniform effect is just like critical damage increased by 30%. Like, these uniform effects makes no sense. Your critical damage should already be capped even before your character's critical damage should have been capped even before the uniform effects gets into consideration. Like, I don't get why they give him a 30% increase to critical damage to all allies. It makes no sense, but okay. Let's get into the 4-star passive. The 4-star passive, he gives himself a chain hit damage increased by 50% when attacking, a guaranteed crit rate by 30%, and super armor, all basic defenses increased by 40%. The crit rate guaranteed by 30% is actually really good and makes him crit more often, and he will synergize very well with a rage. The tier 2 passive, he gives himself a 45% ignore dodge, and skill damage bonus damage 52% and 45% respectively. And he has a damage reduction by 30%. The first skill and second skill, nothing too impressive, just some stun and physical damage. The third skill, he has fracture and paralysis, and he has a frenzy buff, 35% all attack, all defense, and 20% crit rate, with a 100% chance immunity to all damage for 7 seconds. 7 seconds, that's a lot. Fourth skill, he has silence, and he has a damage proc, 100% per attack. Alright, that's increased basic damage by 100% for 1 attack. That's insane. That's really good. And the fifth skill, he has snare, all defense down that stacks out to minus 40%, a 30% recovery of max HP, and he has all basic attack increased by 45%. Pretty good. Looks pretty good on him. You might be wondering where's the accumulation. Don't worry, the accumulation is on his tier 3. The accumulation is on his tier 3, so don't worry about that. Now let's get into Agent Venom. Agent Venom has an awakening. Alright, so the uniform effect applies to allies with symbiote abilities. Decrease chain hit damage by 35% when attacked, and increase chain hit damage by 20% when attacking. Looks pretty good as a support right now. He looks really good. 4-star passive. He gives himself super armor, all basic defense increased by 40%. Alright. And he has a when HP is below 99%, 5% recovery max HP, so he has the Wolverine heal. And when HP is below 30%, he recovers 50% of his max HP for 1 second. Looks a lot. That sounds a lot like PvP to me. Now, for the tier 2 passive, he gives himself critical damage increased by 40%, guaranteed crit rates by 30%, and increased basic damage dealt to supervillain faction by 50%. That's a lot. Increased basic damage to supervillain by 50%. That sounds similar to Spider-Man when he got his No Way Home uniform. He gives himself a increased basic damage to supervillain by 60%. That's a lot. That's really a lot. Now, first skill, nothing too impressive, just some bleed and physical damage. Second skill, stun and physical damage. Third skill, he gives burn damage and 100% immunity to all damage for 4 seconds. Fourth skill, he has Eye from Ignore with stun, all defense down to stacks up minus 25%, and 33% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage, immunity, and invincibility. And 5-second invincibility with a 50% all attack increase for 8 seconds. His fifth skill, stun, paralysis. Okay. And he has accumulation based on damage dealt, and it's 1% accumulation per damage dealt. Yeah, this looks like a lot to me. So That's basically Agent Venom. Now let's get to Scream. Silence with her new uniform. Uniform effect applies to self. 35% increase of physical attack, increase chain hits by 10% when attacking. Looks good. 4-star passive. When hit, 50% recovery of max HP for 1 second on a 5-second cooldown. That's very, very good. So that means that every 5 seconds, she heals 15% of her max HP whenever she gets hit. Looks good. This looks really, really good. Tier 2 passive applies to self. Critical damage increase by 40% and guaranteed crit rate by 35%. With skill damage and bonus damage increase 45% and 40% respectively. First skill, just on bleed, and she has this very unique ability. It decreases recovery rate by 50% and removes elasticity. That's actually really good. If that applies in PvP against enemies who don't have debuff removal, that means that she could kill them a lot faster because she decreases the recovery rate by 50%. She has that on her first skill. Her second skill, she has also bleed and a decreased recovery rate by 30%. Also removes elasticity. And her third skill, she has bleed and decreased recovery rate by 30% as well. Also removes elasticity. So she has a recovery rate decrease by 50% on her second skill and 30% on her first skill. On her first skill, she has a 50% decrease of recovery rate, and on her second skill, she has a 30% decrease of recovery rate as well as her third skill. That's really, really good. Also on her third skill, she has stun, paralysis, and accumulation based on damage dealt, and it is 0.8%. A little bit lower than Toxin and Agent Venom and Gore God Butcher. A little bit lower than them, but it's fine. Her full skill, she gives herself 3-second silence and a 40% all attack, all defense frenzy buff with 100% immunity to all damage and a damage proc by 50% for 1 attack. Looks good. Fifth skill, she has paralysis, ignores immunity with all defense down, the success minus 50%, and invincibility for 3 seconds. So these are the new uniforms for Agent Venom, Scream, and King of Black Venom. And these are the new characters, Toxin and Gore. Now let's check out Gore's tier 3 skill. For his tier 3 skill, he applies to enemies bleed, stun, silence, paralysis that ignores immunity, and he gives himself 80% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage, immune, and invincible effect for 9 seconds. And he has a 100% damage proc for 1 attack, which is pretty good, as well as he has increased all basic attacks by 25%. That looks insane. That looks really, really, really insane. Now, for the awakening, for Scream, Agent Venom, and Toxin, they almost all have the same effects. I do not see anything different from them. Like, what does she have? Scream, she has Snare, critical rate increase, critical damage increase, ignore dodge rate by 70%, 70% chance to penetrate, invincibility, all debuffs removal, and a frenzy buff, all attack, all defense by 25%. For Agent Venom, critical rate, critical damage, ignore dodge, invincibility, debuff removal, damage proc by 50% for 1 attack, and frenzy buff, a 25% all attack, all defense. And the same thing for Toxin. Oh, so I see what's the difference. The difference is Toxin and Agent Venom, they don't have the penetration that Scream has on her awakened skill. Well, doesn't seem a big deal, but it's just penetration. It's 70% chance to penetrate everything for 10 seconds. So yeah, it's not a big deal. Now, Venom tier 4 advancement striker skill. Venom's tier 4 is basically like this. It gives himself 15% recovery max HP for 1 second, and increase all basic attacks by 100% for 10 seconds, and recharges his tier 3 skill gauge by 10%. And the striker's skill stats are based on level 6, which means at level 10 it will be a lot higher than that, way much higher than that, way much higher. So can't wait to see what are the new stats that Venom would have when the skill level is at level 10. I'm really excited to look forward for that. So squad battle is going to end, and Alliance Battle Legend mode will be released. So basically, they're removing squad battle and they're going to merge it with Alliance Battle. They're gonna add a new difficulty for Alliance Battles called Alliance Battle Legend. So we have Alliance Battle Normal, then we have Alliance Battle Extreme, and now we have Alliance Battle Legend, which is pretty good. Looks pretty good. And it feels sad for squad battle because, let's be real, not many people were playing squad battle that much. The roster to play squad battle was very narrow. Like, you cannot use all of your roster. You could just use like a very specific characters that you have to target. You cannot use every single character. Just specific characters you have to target in order to get that high score in Alliance Battle Extreme. So yeah. So in squad battle. Yeah, so squad battle is going to end, and then they're going to merge it with Alliance Battle. Okay. So I'm really excited about this. I'm really happy that we got a new game mode, which is Alliance Battle Legend. We are in a time where we need new game modes, to be completely honest with you, because the current game modes in Marvel Future Fights are not helping enough, I believe, in my personal opinion, and we do need a lot more new game modes. So I'm glad they got rid of squad battle and then they added a new game mode called Alliance Battle Legend. Now, the Alliance Battle Legend is actually almost the same way as squad battle. Okay, it's the playstyle is almost the same way. They just happen to add the new stuff called Odin's Might. Odin's Might basically increases the points that you'll be acquiring. So if you guys see in these two pictures, you guys see in the middle, there's this yellow square highlighted on that purple bubble. Okay, and if you take that, in the bottom, you can see the Odin's Might bar gets increased, and it will increase your points by 5%. It increases your point by 5%, and it reaches up to 150%, I believe. In the bottom, we can see right here, it reaches up to 150%. But we'll have to wait and see how that turns out to be in the actual game when we play it, because these pictures are just like, test builds, and I cannot fully trust them. But we'll have to wait and see when the update lands and test out Alliance Battle Legend and see how good this game mode is, and if it's really satisfying for a lot of players. And I hope it is, and I hope it will satisfy so many players, because we do need a little bit more of excitement in this game right now. So we have a new game mode called Alliance Battle Legend, and they got new effects on it called the Odin Force and the Odin Might, whatever you want to call it. So looks pretty good to me. And the rewards have actually changed, by the way. They have been changed. So the weekly ranking, well, you guys can see from the weekly ranking, if you're rank 1 you get 350 Mandalay Gem, if you're rank 2 you get 320, and if you're rank 3 you get 300. And if you're ranked between the 4th and the 10th you get 280, and if you're ranked between the 11th and the 50th you get 260. And if you're ranked in the 0-1%, you get 240. If you're ranked in the 2 and 5%, you get 220. If you're ranked in the 6th and 10th, you get 190, 150 for the 31 and 50th, and 130 for the 51 and 100th. So looks pretty good that they're giving out Mandalay Gem fragments. We do need them because they're very rare and they get consumed really fast. So Alliance Battle Normal, they've changed a little bit of some of these rewards. So what are the changes? The changes are they added Awakening Crystal, 25 Awakening Crystal, and 20 Mandalay Gem fragments. Looks pretty good. We definitely do need more of these ones. For the Alliance Battle Extreme, they added the Awakening Crystal, which is 25, the Mandalay Gem, which is 20, which means in between both Alliance Battle Extreme and Alliance Battle Normal, you get about 40 Mandalay Gem fragments and 25 Awakening Crystal, and 50 Awakening Crystal. So 50 Awakening Crystal and 40 Mandalay Gem fragments every single day. Every single day. That's a lot, okay? 40 Mandalay Gem fragments, 50 Awakening Crystals every single day. It's actually really good, and I really like this change that they've added. So let's check out the Alliance Battle Legend rewards. So for the rewards, they've added so much stuff that are so good that we've needed and begged for to be in other game modes, and they finally did it with this new game mode. So they've added Celestial Essence, which is pretty fantastic. 75 Celestial Essence. They're giving out a 25 Awakening Crystal and 20 Mandalay Gem fragments, and they're given another 150 Celestial Essence, which is good. 150 and 75, that's literally 225 Awakening, 225 Celestial Essence in between those two. And they're giving out a 5 to 6 star comic card dimension chest, and premium cards are included, which means there's a chance that every single day, well, not every single day, but every single day there is a chance that you will get a premium card if you hit the 500 points benchmark for Alliance Battle Legend. Looks pretty good. They're also giving out 75 Essence of Dimension and 75 Titan Component Pack. We definitely do need more of TCP and definitely do need more of EOD. We need more of these two. They're also giving out Dimension Chests for the artifacts, which is a 1 to 4 star artifact, one time every single day, of course. And at the 6 million points benchmark, you get a Enchanted Uru chest, a 5 star to 6 star, with all these blessings included as well. It looks pretty good. If you look at these rewards, they're fantastic. I really like them, and I cannot wait to test out this new Alliance Battle Legend. I'm pretty positive that this game was going to be a little bit hard than the Alliance Battle Extreme. I do believe it's going to be extremely hard for that, but hey, we do need more challenging game modes, because the more things get easier, the boring the game gets. So the more challenging it is and very rewarding, like Alliance Battle Legend, the better the game mode will be. So I'm pretty sure this game mode is going to be really a hit for most players, and I'm really happy about that. So we have new quality of life changes called Set Dealer feature, which is basically you can set the dealer for the next game mode that you're entering. So you can just like see in this picture, in the top right, there's the the sword cross with it highlighted being saying Set Dealer, and you can just press on that, and you can press on one of these characters to be the dealer. So let's say, for example, you want I don't know, say Doctor Strange. You want Doctor Strange to be the dealer. Boom, you put Doctor Strange in, and you put in a leadership like, I don't know, Hela, for example, and you put a support like Wong. So the next round when you play it, on any game mode that you play it, well, not any game mode, they literally specify the targeted contents right here: Ultimate Mode, Dimension Mission, Dispatch Mission, Timeline Battle, Epic Quest, Dimension Rift, and Event Mission. Whenever you play any of these game modes, you set the dealer, and the game will immediately start with that damage dealer that you wanted. So looks pretty good. Very good quality of life changes that I really wanted them to add into the game, so that I don't have to start the game, wait for the load up screen, then press a change character so they can play it on autoplay and clear the day for me for like story mode or dimension mission or dispatch mission, that I don't have to switch every single time. So I'm really happy with this quality of life change that they've made. And yeah, it's applicable to story mode, ultimate mode, and normal mode. It's applicable to dimension missions, dispatch missions, timeline battle, epic quest, dimension rift, and event mission. So looks pretty good. It looks really good. Now we've got new artifacts. artifacts for Gore, Toxin, Venom, Agent Venom, and Scream. So what does Gore artifact say? Well, Gore's artifact is basically increase basic damage dealt to superhero faction by 20% and increase basic damage dealt to supervillain faction by 20%. Looks pretty good. Looks really good. Really happy about that. Now, for Toxin, he gives himself ignore target dodge rate by 25% and increase all basic attacks by 20%. Looks fantastic. Now, for Venom, increase all basic attacks by 20% and increase max HP by 25% and an additional 0.4% of total instinct. And for the 20% all attack, it's an additional 0.5% of total instinct. Looks really good. Looks really good. Now, for Agent Venom, applies to symbiote allies, increase basic damage dealt to enemies with 35% HP or higher by 20%, and decrease damage received by 30%. So he's like a support and damage dealer at the same time, which is something very rare that we see these days, like really rare. And for Scream, she has 80% chance to increase basic critical damage by 35% on critical attacks and an additional 0.5% of total instinct. Looks really fantastic. Now we have a new future pass, and in the new future pass, if you guys look at the normal pass, in the last 3 rewards we get a 10 toxin bios, a free 10 toxin biometrics, which is very good. You will just unlock him at 1 star, and then you can use like your 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, 6 star rank up tickets, or you can just immediately use the mega rank up ticket, and then you will use the mega tier 2 advancement ticket on him, and you already have him at tier 2 from day 1. We got some special icons. We got Venom, we got Black Bolt. Truthfully, Black Bolt sucks and he needs a rework. And we got Agent Venom as well. We have a new uniform collection, and we have some quality of life changes in the skill preview, where you can just like activate the AI, the SFX, and the skill cooldown display on all of your skills just from one single button. You don't have to go through the settings and keep scrolling and turn this one off, turn this one on. Just some quality of life changes that has been added to the game. And what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just some quality of life changes they have added in here as well. Some game error fixes. I want to highlight this one is a really important one. The first game error fix, which is the issue of the skill cooldown bug time of tagged heroes not being decreased in giant boss rate, has been fixed. So I'm really glad they acknowledged this, and I'm really happy they fixed it. It was really annoying that every single time that you want to have to switch to the characters before they die, and then you want to switch back to your damage dealer, but then all of your skills are on cooldown, so you have to waste like, I don't know, 7 to 9 seconds just trying to wait for the skills to go off cooldown. It was really annoying to deal with, but I'm glad they acknowledged it, and I'm glad they fixed it. So really happy with this this bug. They fixed it, and yeah, these are just some bug errors. They fixing it basically, and some quality of life changes. So really happy with this patch notes. Some really exciting stuff. I didn't expect Gore to be a new playable character, because I don't think they've ever teased about him in the sneak peeks or anywhere else. They didn't tease him in the sneak peeks, nor have they teased him in anything else except for that September update video, which is like a pre-recorded live stream. That's the only place where they have teased him, but that was like yesterday, I believe. So really happy with this patch notes that we got. I am super excited about Venom. He looks really cool, like those glowing eyes and that axe and the glowing venom on his chest. Yeah, it looks really cool design on him. And I'm probably going to tier for him real quick, like the moment I get, because I have like right now about 3,000, 4,000 Souls of the Fountain, so I'll probably be able to tier 4 him with good RNG. Yeah, and I haven't even tier 3'd him yet. That's the crazy part. I haven't even tier 3'd him yet. But yeah, definitely going to tier 3 him day 1. And once I unlock his potential, I'm gonna get him to tier 4. But yeah, I'm pretty sure like Gore He's going to dry me hard. He's going to suck me real hard from all my bios because he's a native tier 3. So yeah, he's gonna dry me really hard. Oh wait, I actually forgot you can use the black antimatter to level him up. Yeah, that's true. I can just use the black antimatter. Yeah, you can just use the black antimatter to level up Gore, just like what we did with the Mephisto at Knull when we used like black antimatter just to level them up. Yeah, we can do that with Gore as well. Hopefully they keep the same level up upgrade, and it can save the bios for, you know, Venom and Toxin and Asian Venom and Scream. So yeah, I'm really excited about this, really happy about this new uniforms for Venom. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys on the live update that's going to land. And I believe it's gonna land in like, I don't know, from about say 10 hours, I guess. Yeah, I believe it's like 10 hours, 10 or 9 hours from the video that I'm pre-recording. So yeah, really excited for this update. Really happy about God Venom, King of Black Venom. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the updates live, and we'll see the testings for Venom, Gore, and Asian Venom and Toxin and Scream. So stay tuned for that, boys. And I think we're just gonna wrap it up right here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe and share so you'll have the channel grow, and hit the notification green bell so you'll miss out on any of the upcoming videos I'll be posting on this channel. And join my Discord server if you're discussing with me about characters, uniforms, builds and rotations. And I'll see you guys on the next video when the update lands. Take care. Peace.